Hi everyone, welcome back to Glitz and Glitter. Today I have something to show you. I don't know why. I didn't think of this a long time ago, but I have something new and it's really kind of the same, but it's new, something different. So you've all seen me use this mold. This is my Crystal Edge silicone mold. This one holds 5 ounces, between 5 and 5.5 ounces of resin. And every time I've been pouring it lately, I've been pouring it like 3 ounces. And I realized how much more I like it because it's not as thick as the 5-ounce one. So I'm like, why don't I just make one that holds 3 ounces? So it's basically the same thing. This is just a test piece I did clear. It still has the Crystal Edge mold, but it's a lot thinner. It's like the perfect size. You still get the crystal effect and you're using less resin. So not only does this one hold 3 ounces, I decided to make a double one. So if you decided you want 2, you won't have to pay for 2 of them. You'll pay for the double one. It's going to be square like this, rectangular. It's curing over there right now, or I would be using it. So it'll be rectangular with 2 of them in there. So you'll have the option to buy 1 or the option to buy 2, but I'm not going to double the price if you buy the 2 of them. So that's how I'm going to do that. These should be in the eBay store by the time this video comes out. I will make sure they are. So yeah, if you're interested in a thinner one, just make sure you read the title because this one's still going to be available at 5 ounces. And this one will be available at 3 ounces. So I am going to do a bloom today to see how it works in the 3 ounce. And then you don't have to like back it with all kinds of resin that you don't want this super thick. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love it, but I tend to pour them shallower and I really like them shallow. So I am going to use my Fast Cure by Let's Resin. I'm going to mix up 2 ounces and let it get warm to 33 to 34 degrees Celsius. But today, instead of using the ocean white for my bloom part, remember that pigment I made? I showed you guys how to make your own pigments a while back with your mica powder and your extra resin. I think I'm going to tint my bloom with this instead of just white. So I think I'm going to try it. I don't know if it's going to actually work. You guys are going to find out with me. And if it's a fail, you'll know not to use pigment paste other than the white. So let me get something mixed up and let me get it heated up before I come back. All right, I mixed up 2 ounces and I'm a little late coming back to it because, oh no, I thought it said 34. Well, depends where it is. Let me stir it and see what it says because now I'm at 34 and 31. Let's see what happens if I stir it up. If you guys did not see the video on how I make, oh, now it's 35. I'm definitely pouring it out. Oops, I need to save some for my pigment. If you did not see the video on how to make your own pigment paste, I will link that as my in-video link at the end. And you can learn how to make your own pigment paste with your own materials, because I know everybody usually has leftover resin in one or the other. Either more of A or more of B, and that's what you use to make your own pigment paste. Doesn't matter what side. So just use your leftovers and utilize it instead of throwing it away. So I'm going to get some of these bubbles out. And then I'm going to mix up a little bit of pigment. I don't know if this is going to work. Always stir your pigment first. You don't need a lot, like really just wipe the whole stick off. That's all I'm going to use because I have just a little tiny bit here. I don't see why it won't work, to be honest with you. I'm not dousing it with color, and I just don't see why it won't work. And if it does work, you don't have to use alcohol ink then, because I'm not putting any alcohol ink in here. I'm just going to pipe my petals, let them come to the center like a bloom does, and then back it. And then all you're gonna have is the petals without all the distracting colors sometimes. Sometimes I don't like the colors I choose when it's done. And I just wish I had a one color, you know, flower. So I'm just gonna get this into my little piping bag. I will use a cup just for demonstration purposes. If you don't know how to use piping bags, you just stick it in your little cup, pour it in, which there's not much to pour, but we don't need that much. And then we're going to cut a little hole and use it like a pencil. I really hope it works, because if it does, that opens up a lot of opportunities to make our petals different colors. I just don't see why it won't work. I don't know. I hope this isn't a failure. I hope I kept enough. I don't know if I kept enough. I didn't keep that much. Should be enough. All right, I gotta find a pair of scissors, and I want to torch this again and get these bubbles out of there, since I'm not dropping alcohol inks to help these bubbles. Now don't ruin your mold. I'm trying not to ruin this one. Then I'm just going to do my swirls like I normally do. Gosh, I hope I kept enough. Plenty. Just going all the way as far as I can. Used it all up. Now I'm going to take a dotting tool and get rid of that. Cap this so it doesn't dry out. I'm just going to pull my petals through without touching the bottom. I don't think I'm going to go the opposite way today. I don't always like that. Should I do another one? No, that might be too much. So I'm just going to swirl the center. I don't usually drop anything in there because I don't like how it gets out of place when it's all moving. If I do want something in the center, then I do it on a top coat. Okay, I'm going to put you on a time lapse and see what happens. It is not completely cured, but I could touch it without leaving fingerprints. It's soft enough. I put it in the curing machine for maybe an hour. And I don't know if you've seen this stuff yet. This is the Let's Resin Black Epoxy. So you just mix it and it's automatically black. This is the black portion and this is a clear. And it says high gloss, crystal clear, and bubble free. So we're gonna find out. So it's 1-to-1, just like their normal resin is. And the only thing I suggest is you mix it. I set timers when I'm mixing because you cannot tell if this is obviously crystal clear because it's not clear. So I definitely mix mine the entire I do mine 5 minutes, no matter what resin I use. I just set a timer and I mix for 5 minutes. So I'm just going to pour this over. I only measured out 40 milliliters. Hopefully that's enough. I'm gonna back it in black because I think black and blue might look pretty good together. Oh, that was like perfect. Filled in all by itself. I'm just gonna torch it real quick. I can never get the button down without help from a stick. It's so hard on me. All right. Careful with your mold. I know I hate torching molds. Okay, so that's it. I'm gonna let this sit. I'm gonna cover it with a little cover that I got from the Dollar Tree so nothing gets in the back. I will do something with my extra and see you in the morning. It is the next day. Everything is cured beautifully. It is really super, super shiny, as you can see. But before that, this is cured as well. So this is the double coaster, the 3-ounce size. That's the only size I'm going to do the double coaster in. So if you're interested in that, it is in the eBay store and it is also linked in the description. So I will set that over there while we demold this one and see how it came out. We'll see if that blue pigment worked or not. It looks like it spread, but oh no, not very good. It was, I mean, yeah. It spread, but it really kind of fell apart. I mean, it does have a little bit of the swirl in, so it's definitely not as good as the white pigment. I wonder if it's would have been better with a lighter color. But yeah, I'm not too happy with that. So now you know your homemade pigments, how they're going to spread. All right, guys, thanks for stopping in today. Hope you like this new thin coaster that I have ready. Just do a little bit better job on your on your bloom than I just did. All right, guys, I'll get you some end photos. Not that it's anything to look at, but we'll see you tomorrow. Have a blessed day. Bye.